So I've been busy and I've made some changes to our studio, and I'm getting really excited about what that means for future videos. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Jeff and I'm an Australian glass artist. Now I've been really busy since just before Christmas. I've made a lot of changes to the studio, purchased a couple of new pieces of equipment, and I am quite excited about our future videos. I think you'll agree with me. We can explore a few different areas that I haven't been able to do before, and I think there's some areas that you'll find interesting. So we'll get on with it now and I'll show you the changes to the studio. Now I'm sure you get fed up with this every now and then. Pretty much every video you want they ask you to subscribe and that, but honestly, as a creator, I can't really maintain this channel and keep it going and build it and provide you with the content that you like unless you help me by supporting me. And there are a couple of ways you can do that. There's a little bar down the bottom here. You will see different icons. They'll appear somewhere on whatever device you're using. And they include things like membership. I have membership. Consider becoming a member. There are different tiers and different benefits to that. It's only a couple of dollars. Also consider subscribing, but make sure you turn the notifications on and set it to all. That way you'll get everything, or you'll know about everything that's happening on the channel. And if there's a particular video you like, give it a thumbs up and share it around on social media or to your friends. And don't forget, put your questions in the comments section for the video, and there's a community on the channel itself where you can go in and make posts and upload photos and so forth. So hopefully consider doing some of that. That will help me greatly, and we can keep building this channel and get more and more videos on there. Anyway, let's continue with what we were doing. Okay, the first change was to do with space. Basically, my work table that you see over here used to be further over to the left there, so there was not a lot of space between the glass storage, which is over there, and the table. And I used to stand on that side of the table over here and video from there. Now, basically, I didn't have enough room just on that table for the cutting area and for laying up projects. So I wanted more space for laying up projects, and I wanted more open space here to walk through. It was just a little bit too small. It's done me for years now, but it was time for a change. So the first thing I did was to extend the area out. Now, from that door, the wall used to go right across. So that wall has been pushed out that way. We've put another door out there. This has allowed me to put two tables here. Now that gives me a lot more space for laying up, as you can see here. So I can lay up multiple projects and have them all going at the same time, which is going to help me with videos, because as I get ideas, I can start on projects and start producing video for you. Now, another change, of course, is I have this extra table here now. So the cutting station is over here. That's a little familiar. I've still got the same shelves at the back there. And on the side, on the wall over there, you can see basically information about bullseye glass, firing schedules and so forth. But this is a dedicated cutting table. It's got enough room for my waffle grid, and over there on the side is enough room to basically put pieces as I cut them, and any notes, that sort of thing. Now the glass storage is pretty much the same. I've tidied it up and got rid of stuff that's been there for years that didn't need to be there and just taken up space. So there's not a lot of change about that. The storage for all my frit and that is still underneath the table. I'm hoping to get that out into some shelving or something. So that's a work in progress. The cutting area that you're familiar with hasn't really changed. It's much the same. I've got the light on in there, and I've got a bench, some shelving here that is basically for kiln equipment and so forth, that I'm hoping to tidy up and change as well. Now over here, I have moved the flat lap from over this side, which is where it was, to this side over here. And there's my little grinder. Unfortunately, if you've watched previous videos, you'll know my little glass star died. And I haven't been able to get another one, can't really afford it at this stage, so I've got this little cheaper one that'll just have to do me for now. Hopefully at some point I'll be able to get a better one. And this here is to do with Anne's jewellery. There's a little tumbler there and an ultrasonic cleaner. And down here, if you're wondering what that is, we are rehydrating some clay. Hang around in future videos and you'll find out what that's all about. Now the kiln area has changed. The larger kiln there used to be over where that cupboard is, and the cupboard the other side. So I've moved the larger kiln over to that side. This is the smaller one here. And on the left here you'll note there's a vacuum system. That's for casting for the jewellery, but I will also be using the vacuum system for casting glass. So that'll be in future videos to come. Now something else I'm going to do in here, which I haven't done. So this is all a work in progress, and it'll take time to settle into this and find out what works and what doesn't work, and make the relevant changes. But one of the things I'm definitely going to do is my little exhaust system here. I'm going to extend that out through here, so it's over the cutting area, and we'll be able to use it there. And then I'm going to extend it across so that I can use it in the workshop area. And I'm going to get another length of the flexible hose. So basically, when we want to vacuum up, we'll be able to vacuum the entire place just simply by putting the hose, coming all the way back here, plugging a hose into the end of it like this. Now, there was some concern about this vacuum system when I first put it in, and I did take the video down that I'd made up, but that was mainly because of your safety as far as your health is concerned, because the concern was that it wasn't going to be good enough to suck away all the dust from things like thin fire paper after it's been fired and frit and so forth. I find it works perfectly for me, but in hindsight, when I put it in place, I thought, maybe in your circumstance it won't. So I thought it wasn't a good idea to be recommending to do that. But I've done it. If you've thought about it and you thought about putting something like this in place, then check, make sure it's going to work well for you, and it's going to suck away any of that frit dust or dust from things like fired thin fire. So from this area, this is something you've never seen before. This is my workshop area, so it just goes in through here into a workshop area. Please forgive the mess, I haven't tidied this up yet. This is just a workshop where I keep a lot of tools and other junk, and I mean there's a bit of junk in here. This is going to be tidied up, put some more shelves in. And there's one thing in here that I had before in the other area, and that is these grinding wheels that are down here. Forgive the paint, I've been painting. I've got a bench coming that'll go in this area here, and the grinding wheels will go on that. And you can see Anne's area over there for the jewellery. We've just changed that a little bit. This table with her rolling mill and that used to be on the other side over there. We've moved it to this side, and the plan is here. I'm going to build a table, or a bench I should say, that goes in here. And I'll just rip this off so you can see. This is another kiln, and Anne will be using that for, excuse me shaking the camera, she'll be using that for enamelling. So there'll be another bench go around that corner there, and it will have the kiln on it, the furnace, and a couple of other things to help her with doing the enamelling. Otherwise, the rest of this area is pretty much the same. Just a quick rewind here. Since I did that little bit of a video, I have finished the bench, as you can see there. So it's now all set up with Anne's stuff. She's got her rollers there, her basically a ring shaper, I think, polisher, and the kiln over there, all ready for when she wants to do enamelling. Now, a couple of exciting things. I say exciting because I'm excited about it, really looking forward to it, is we're going to be delving into a couple of new areas in future videos. And one of those is microwave kilns. So we've got a microwave there, and I've got a microwave kiln. So we're going to be trying and hopefully doing a lot of videos on using a microwave kiln. You can see the kiln's in there at the moment. Got a little bit of tidying up to do and organisation for that. But look forward to a number of videos on using a microwave kiln. So I'm excited about that. I hope you will be too. Now, another thing that I've been trying to acquire for some time, and quite a while back I started a fund for this. So I was asking you to help me get enough money to buy one. And that is, and I'll just show it to you. Excuse me shaking everything here. A tile saw. I've wanted one of these for ages. I have an old desktop one, or benchtop one I should say. Very small, very limited to what you could do with it. This I have picked up. It's second hand, and I will tell you a lot more about it in another video. But that is going to allow me to make larger pattern bars and drop, what do you call it? Anyway, you get what I mean, and to be able to slice them up. And of course, I've still got my sandblaster over here. But then of course, we can't just have a cold workshop that's very practical, but very cold in that it you know, it's not a nice place to be in and something to enjoy. So we're trying very hard to try and lighten the whole area up and make it more interesting. And so we've put a couple of things up on the wall besides all the schedules and information from Bullseye. We've put a few little posters up, and they all have a saying that I think is very relevant. So there's that one. Just get this other one. There's another one over here. Try and remove the reflections. I just love these. And above the grinding area is another one. And there's another one behind that door. I'm not going to go in there. I'll let you imagine what that little room is for. So that's it as far as the changes are concerned at the moment. This is a work in progress, and I will be making more as I move along. Well, I'm excited about using the microwave. I think that's going to open up a whole new area. And also, if you don't have kilns, and obviously they're expensive and you can't do all of that, with the little microwave kiln there is a lot you can do, and I'll be showing you through a number of videos, and with minimal amount of glass. So the cost is a lot less than having a large kiln like I've got, and obviously making larger pieces. So that's really exciting. I'm looking forward to doing those. The saw that I've got is not quite the one I wanted. but I think it's still going to do the job. I'm waiting for a thinner blade on that. If I can get that thinner blade, that will reduce the chipping on the back of the pieces and just give a better cut. So they're hard to get here with that 1-inch arbor on it, but hopefully it won't be too far away. I'm also getting a larger kiln, microwave kiln that is, so we'll have the smaller one and the bigger one, and that'll give us more flexibility as well. So they're the main changes. I've changed the studio in a way that it's making it a little bit more difficult for me to do the videos with the video on the opposite side of the table where I normally stand when I'm introducing videos. So I'm probably going to do them from my office here. It's more comfortable and it's more convenient. So I'll probably do the intros and the summary and the sign off from the office here as well. So that's another change. And as you've seen in the video, there are changes for Anne as well. So we're looking forward to the enameling side of things, and maybe even how we can incorporate that in some of the glass work. And by the way, the microwave kiln also gives us some benefits as far as being able to do small pottery pieces, and I'm hoping to do that and incorporate those into some of the projects. So there's a whole heap that can be happening here and will be happening here, so I hope you get excited about it and hang around and watch the videos. So that's about it. The only other thing is that saw, that will be in the next video, and I'm going to show you what I had to do that to make it work and how I've modified it to work for me in that location. And dealing with things like spray and that type of thing. So that'll be interesting. Look forward to that. That's the next video, I hope. As far as this one is concerned, I think that's it. Any questions? Put them in the comment section. Don't forget about that. And up here, there's a button to join the channel. Down here, a subscribe button. Don't forget those notifications. A video suggested just for you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.